Alright guys, so today I'm going to show y'all, since a lot of people were asking on my one video I did of chopping my welding hood and painting it, I'm going to show y'all the way I did it. I'm going to chop this one up too. I'm sure most of y'all have done this before. And then this one I'm going to just leave it. I don't really, my friend gifted me this one, but I don't really use it anymore. Says you constantly gotta wash it. If you wash it, it'll smoothen out the leather and it'll unwrinkle it. But you gotta do it constantly because if not, it'll stay wrinkled like that. It won't even cover your neck. And those of y'all that don't know, on the sugar scoop, this is how they are originally. Then you could add this add-on piece, so you could have a flip hood. So in case you need to grind or something, which all you do is just cut it up. And it just bolts to itself. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the way I did it. These are the ones I'm gonna use from Outlaw Leather. Then I went ahead and ordered it with the rivets. Alright, so I went ahead and went back on one of the videos I had posted, because somebody asked me for the measurements and I had to give it to them. So I did 2 inches from the top, so meaning like that, 2 inches. And then what I do with a tape, on a tape, where I forgot if I had a bendable ruler, just to try to get a precise cut. Then 5 3/4 from the bottom. But I don't remember if my old one, it already had this piece, meaning that piece. So I believe that one sits lower than this one, so I don't know if it'll vary. But I've also seen people, they put it flat like that, and they just mark with a pencil, with a Sharpie, meaning like that. But I'm gonna cut it the way I did, and then I'll put this more just to see how much difference it is. But that way it's a lot easier, but I don't know, it'll probably be a little longer. Then I did 2 1/4 from the side, meaning like that, from the center of the hole, 2 1/4. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay your tape down. Right now from the bottom I did 5 3/4, but what I ended up doing, putting a tape measure in a soapstone or a Sharpie, just setting it flat, and then go all the way around, and then just measure. If it's off, just measure from, since that's an exact line, measure how much it is all around, and it'll give you the measurement that you want. Alright, so I went ahead and put all the measurements. 2 inches, 1 inch from the top of the square, 2 inches from the center to the top. Just don't really remember how I did it. I think with a bendable ruler, that's why I've been struggling a little bit. I ended up putting a square on that corner. I got that edge, then this edge, and then the center measurement. Then I eyeballed it, which this top piece, it ain't too bad because it's gonna be covered. Alright, so I guess it's ready to cut. Hopefully it doesn't come out too bad because I don't remember how I did it, but I mean, I mess up so y'all don't have to. After this one I got 2 more, so if I mess up on this one, we'll figure it out on the next one, or the last one. Alright, so I already chopped the tops and bottoms, and if you want to double check your cuts, just find a flat surface. Same with the top piece. And then this one, I didn't realize it was already chopped because it had the leather. So it's going to be a lot shorter. I don't know yet if I'm going to cut it. I'll see. Alright, so you can see in there how much shorter it's going to be. It's not that much, but I may just end up chopping it. Hopefully it ain't too short. But one thing about, you can chop it how you want, the length. But one thing about mine, they are kind of short, the way I chop mine. So you're going to have to wear like a face mask to cover your neck so you don't get burnt by the light. Alright, so I added one of the cutoffs on this one. doesn't really matter that it doesn't match up, because this is the old line, because I was gonna see if I could make it work since it was shorter, but the old line runs a little bit higher, but it ain't gonna run all the way back there. But hopefully it'll hold up. I'm gonna wait for it to dry, then I'm gonna flip it around and add some more. Alright, so they're all sanded down. I ended up not going with that piece in the bottom that I was gonna JB weld on there, because I didn't want it to end up breaking. We'll see how it turns out. But this is what I'm gonna use: Rust-Oleum primer, MRO paint. I'm gonna paint it white, and then this 2K clear that you gotta pop it in the bottom, and then mix the hardener in it. So just a one-time use. Alright, so unfortunately I'm gonna have to backtrack a little bit. I drew on them, but I guess I didn't let the paint cure enough. As you can see, once I sprayed the clear, it wrinkled through the chemical reaction. So I'm gonna have to sand it down like this one. Sanded it back down. I may respray it so it'll get rid of the cracks, and then let it cure for sure. Then I have to redraw if I have to, and then I'll re-clear. Wish me luck. Alright, so I let the paint settle for like 3 weeks so it could dry, and I finally got to clear them and they didn't wrinkle. Fortunately, I didn't clean it good before clear, so it's got little smudges here and there, but it's alright. And that's wherever I heated it up too much, it was eating the fiberglass. But I'm not worried about it, because either way, once you start welding, they're gonna get all that smoke. You're gonna get all scratched. So these leathers, they go all around the line right there, and the top is flat. And I've seen some people that use glue. I didn't use glue on my previous one that I had, and it worked pretty good. What I did do, just leave it, let them get wet for a little bit, so you'll be able to shape them once they've absorbed water for a while. They'll be a little bit more flexible. See, they're already loosening up. But I'm gonna let them soak up there for a little bit, and then I'm gonna try to put them on. So they've been soaking in the water for like about an hour, and you can see now they're real flimsy. And now you can start shaping them just all around that line where the graphics are. Just start bending them. So it's gonna be kind of something like that. It ain't gonna be perfect, but then just start drilling the first hole and putting the rivets in, and then what I may end up doing is doing extra holes. Right now for these, it's not the typical ones that go in and you, with the gun, pulls out the rod and breaks it. Put it in one way, the other one opposite side. And then you gotta lay it somewhere flat and smack it to where it crushes it. Alright, so 1 down, 2 to go. I'm gonna leave it soaking a little bit more so I could try to get rid of these wrinkles. Because back on my other one that I did, I never used glue. I know some people use glue, but I didn't do it on mine. So I'm gonna let it sit in the water and see if I could, maybe with the heat gun, I don't know yet. Alright, so they all got the leather on now, but as y'all can see, they're kind of wrinkly. And some people asked what kind of glue I used, and I didn't use any glue last time. So what I did, you see how this one, it ain't perfect, but it's straighter. I'm sure it'll work better with an iron, but I just got the heat gun, heated this up, and just start like if you had an iron. Unless you got an iron, it'll probably work better. But this is the before. Alright guys, so check out the finished product. I'm not a professional. Just figured since last time I built my old one, a lot of people were asking about it. But last time I just used the sticker. This time I just drew them on there. It ain't perfect, but then, like I said, what I do, I just soak up the leather, then I just dried it in there. It's same as those. Anybody that has those, you know that they start wrinkling up. What I used to do when I used to always wear that at work, I'd always wash it every weekend to straighten it out. But let me know what you think. Like I said, I'm not a professional. Just showed it the way I did it in some different ways I tried it, so you can learn from my mistakes. And let me know if y'all like my ugly hoods. Maybe I'll make some and do some giveaways or something for all the welders. Just buy like a sticker or hat or something and do like a little giveaway. I don't know. And also the ones that seen the first hood I made, it's 1 of 1. It was a sticker, and then I made a tow hitch as well. It's a big world, but at the same time it's a small world. If you ever happen to see it, just let me know, because my truck was stolen and you never know, you may see it out there in the field somewhere. But let me know what y'all think.